Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today is a Scum video, but it's a tips video for you guys. Any new players joining in 2023, here's a few tips that I've come up with that may help you. But first of all, tree bark rope. We can make this out of 5 small sticks, which comes in handy because then you don't have to rip up all your clothing straight at the start. Although I will say, the orange clothing does make you stand out like a sore thumb. So try and get rid of that as soon as possible. So, as you can see, with one tree bark rope and a long stick and our stone knife, we can make ourselves a nice bow. Lovely. And there you have it. One bow complete. We've still got 2 tree bark rope left. So, next up is our improvised stone spear. We need one of our ropes, 1 rock, a long stick. This does a bit more damage than a normal crafted spear, but I find it helps slightly better. Next up, we have our bag that we still need to make. Come down to here, we still need 3 rags. We've got 1 piece of rope and we've still got our stone knife. So we can just cut this. It gives us 2 rags. We have the 1 rag from our woolly warmer. And hey presto, we have a bag. Just like that, we are ready, set for looting. Oh, don't forget about your arrows. Just make a few of those quickly. And that way, that will better protect us from those pesky puppets. Another little tip for you guys. If you come across a lovely little place like this and you think, I'll just stroll in here and loot up, and you get told to just hit F4 on your keyboard and back on up. Get yourself right out of there and you won't end up with 10 holes inside your body within 5 seconds. Never accept cookies off strangers. Next tip, everybody, when you start out building your character, make sure you give yourself at least a medium engineering skill. This will allow you to craft bullets and shotgun shells. This is important because on your basic, you can craft a pistol and a shotgun, as well as all these other little lovely arrows, but we're going to stick to these. See how quick I can make one of these, shall we? Okay, so we got everything we need. Craft the pistol, and we'll craft a shotgun as well. And just like that, within 5 minutes of searching the scrapyard, we had everything we needed to create both improvised weapons. Onto the bullets though, this will be a bit harder for you. You can craft a toolbox, but for all intents purposes of showing you, I've just got one of these ones. So find yourself a building like this. I know this one has one in. Generally they do. But if not, you can find them next to garages and stuff like that. Find yourself a press. Go into your crafting. And because you have the medium engineering, we can then craft these .50 bullets for the pistol. Also craft some 12 gauge shotgun shells. And just like that, we have ammo. Unfortunate thing about these, the only downside is they are single shot. You have to shoot and then reload. But this leads me on to a nice little hidden tip for you guys. You stack these into your quick access 3, and then we'll hide this in our bag as well. Just make some room for it quickly. So load both guns up with a shell each. Make sure they're in your quick access 3 and 4, so you can still access them, and they're not shown on your back. Oh. Let's sort this out quickly. We place that in our backpack, and then it looks like to any other player, we are not armed. We've only got the spade or the shovel. For instance, on our back, we've got no holster or anything. So if they're trying to rob you, press 4, try and get the shot off. You know, maybe you get it off quicker than they do. Who knows? Might save you. Lockers. Lovely, lovely lockers. So you need some screwdrivers for this. As well as a screwdriver, you need some sort of lockpick. And the thing about these safety pin boxes is you can take out a bobby pin. You can also craft that into a lockpick. So that's essentially 20 lockpicks you have in each box. Then you can just unlock this. Nice. Ah. Let's say you don't have any of those items, but you found a crowbar. You can force these open, like so. But they do take a considerable amount of time. They do use up your stamina. And they damage the crowbar, so they're only a limited use on them. Probably get about 5 or 6 lockers, I think it is, from one. Next little tip for you guys. If you have a smartphone battery that is out of juice and you need to charge it, you can actually charge it using a car battery as well as car wires. So what you need to do is get these 2 items, hold F on your smartphone battery, and then you can charge it. It's greyed out at the moment because this is a new battery, so it won't let me charge it anymore. But if it was 0 out of 10, you could charge it fully with them too. And then we can put this into our inventory, and that way we can charge our night vision goggles on a night run. Another little tip for everybody. If you've got a car and you're doing all these loot runs and you're running out of space really quick, craft yourself some boxes. Put your boxes inside your car, and this will save you a ton of space. Not only inside your car, just in general. You can name these boxes, you can bury them as well. But if we open them up, you can see this inventory on this metal box is near enough the same size as the inventory on our car. So place 3 of these in there, and you can still see that we have loads of room left for fuel cans, etc. if we wanted them separate. Here's a little looting tip for new players. If you're finding yourself in an area like this, find the police station. It's the best place to find yourself some good loot, good weapons in a civilian area. If you're out in the sticks, you can find these places. World War II bunkers. Now these are good for vintage loot, but they will be heavily damaged. Even the rounds will be. So use them wisely. Finally, you can find these Tech 1 bunkers all over the island that are heavily guarded by mechs. Also, there are puppets around and beepers, which are basically puppets with C4 charges strapped to their chest. If you can go down into these bunkers, you can see the amount of loot you can get from these places. Now, make sure you shut these doors behind you, because if you get puppets spawning behind, they will just run up behind you and slap you in the back. Some bunkers are more difficult than others, but you do find armories in here which have really good loot. But make sure you have some sort of lockpicking materials to get you inside these lockers. There's 4 in each armory, as well as boxes and other things for you to loot. Another tip for you, if you found yourself all nice and cozy in your base, you haven't logged in for a couple of days and you come back and it's damaged, you can hold F on your flag and repair all base elements. And this will simultaneously repair everything within your flag area, so you don't have to go around manually doing it all. See, if your toolbox disappears from your hand, come back here and check, make sure it's repaired. If not, go grab yourself another toolbox, come back and do it again. That way you don't have to come in here and then manually go up to every single little one and do it all that way. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope these tips helped some of you out. If they did, give it a like, and a subscribe. Till next time, see ya!